Now we turn to Afghanistan. It's reported that Taliban militants are gaining ground against the government forces, and we're learning more details about the pullout of US troops from the country. For more on that, let's cross live to Sultan Faiz in Kabul. He's a journalist based in the Afghan capital. Now, Sultan, let's start with this incident of over 1,000 Afghan troops fleeing fighting with the Taliban and eventually going into Tajikistan. How did this happen?
Well, it's not the first time. It has been happening since several days, and fifth group of Afghan soldiers sought shelter into Tajikistan territory. So Afghan military officials call it a tactical retreat to avoid human tragedy or human losses, because they claim Taliban use civilian houses for their fronts as shelter. And also talking or speaking to the commanders on the ground, they say in many fronts the Afghan army is not capable of transferring or supporting the troops on the ground on time, and that lacks ammunition. And also given the situation, if we compare, we are lacking international troops air support within these days, and that is actually also one of the other key factors pushing this. This group was not only, or the 1,600 troopers, Afghan troopers, were not the only case, but also there was another news that some 50 soldiers were trying to seek shelter in Pakistan. So this is a major blow for the Afghan security forces, but also the Afghan security forces say that it is actually for their good or for their tactical retreat. This is actually mainly people suffering from this current situation. The Taliban are getting more ground. It's not the fact, but it's the human losses and the tragedy that it has been causing a lot of displacement in the areas that Taliban are making or gaining territories.
And Sultan, we have been hearing scattered reports on Taliban gaining momentum in Afghanistan since the start of the US troop withdrawal. Can you confirm those reports? Is that exactly what's happening on the ground there? And how's the negotiations between the Taliban and the Afghan government going?
Apart from what is going on the battlefields, there is a huge blame game between the Taliban supporters and the Afghan government. Both claim that they have gained a lot. Government says that they have recaptured a lot of districts that were under the control of Taliban. They are giving examples of eastern Bagram province that Taliban were defeated there, and also they have been expelled from outskirts of Lashkargah. Also, their attacks were defeated in western Herat province. But these are all actually spoken out to the media. But the fact is also the government actually blames the Taliban. If they have gained 70% of the Afghan territory, then why they are not negotiating within the territory or inside Afghanistan? Something that the Afghan government have been criticizing or blaming the Taliban for this and for the continuity of the current clashes at war. But we can add that the negotiations stagnated in Qatar. It has stopped. And also there is no progress from the international community to push Afghan sides for more or encourage for talks. But also there is an ambiguity and a big question between the Afghan society and Afghan people, that why this is happening and why this has been continuously taking place, because it has been leading towards a probable chaos that people are afraid of. So the ongoing situation is completely complicated, and we have to wait and see what will be the next steps taken by the government, either by the Taliban, for a political settlement. That's something that Afghan people have been hoping for.